So I drank the wine. I loved it. It's time for some food. Yes. I think I need some food. So Julie is back to show us a delicious meal for two that you can make together with your loved one or even like a bestie.
Yes.
But this is a meal you like to make at home with your partner.
Yes, this is one of my favorite date night dishes.
Nice.
And the reason is there's a lot of prep work that goes into the mushrooms. You have to clean them, de-stem them, and cut them. And then there's lots of herbs that you can prep together. So that's why I like it, because you can do it together.
So the recipe is?
So this is mushroom pappardelle.
A mushroom pappardelle,
yes.
And I want to know, are you the bossy one? Because you cook, so are you bossing him around in the kitchen?
He's definitely my sous chef, although he does love to cook, and he's always asking where he can help, which I love.
I love that, too.
Right?
Very good.
Just help me.
Just help me.
Yeah, just don't tell me what to do, just help me.
I love that. Okay, so how do we start?
Okay, so I've already got this started here. So these mushrooms take about 6 to 8 minutes to cook. Okay. And how I start the mushrooms, usually people just dump all the mushrooms in and just expect them to cook. Yeah. It's really hard to do that. So what you want to do is start with half the mushrooms, let those wilt a little, and then put in the rest of the mushrooms.
Lovely.
And if you have a lot of water, sometimes mushrooms are really watery. What you can do is turn up the heat and let the water evaporate and let those mushrooms caramelize.
Good stuff.
So this is the point we're at right now. The mushrooms are cooked. Next, you're going to add butter, so about 2 tablespoons of butter.
It makes everything better.
Of course. And we're making like a creamy sauce, so you need a fat.
Nice.
So the butter is going to go in there, and then we also add the garlic. So this is 2 cloves of garlic.
Okay.
So that's
already smelling so good.
And that's going to bring out the flavor of the mushrooms, too, like the garlic and everything.
I was over there drinking wine, and all I could smell was mushrooms.
The mushrooms smell so good.
It was so nice.
And this is the herbs. So this is some thyme and some rosemary.
Lovely.
And also, if you like heat, these are some red pepper flakes.
I sure do.
So I'm going to put a little bit of that. And you just want to let that get fragrant.
Yeah.
So 30 seconds or so.
I'm smelling it all. All the good stuff.
And then the other thing I love about this dish is it has some wine in it. It only has about 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
So it says you need a dry white wine, but I say pick a wine that you want to drink with the recipe, like instead of wasting the whole bottle. And you can drink it while you're prepping.
Oh, nice.
You want to take the wine and
But you still want it to be white?
The white,
probably, right?
Yes.
You want it to be white.
For the recipe, you need white.
Yeah.
For color as well. It would look kind of weird if it was red. Yeah, it would definitely look weird. So you're going to deglaze with the white wine.
Nice.
So just let the alcohol cook off a little bit.
Beautiful.
You can smell it already.
Now, do you two do this a lot? Do you do a lot of co-cooking in the kitchen, or is it sort of tag teaming? One does one, the other does one another night?
We definitely do a lot of co-cooking. And we have 4 kids between us. So on the nights that we don't have our children, we definitely pick a dish and cook it. That's like one of our favorite things to do together.
And that works out that sometimes neither of you have the kids.
Yes. Yay! Yeah, right?
That's good.
Right?
Yeah, no,
it
that's
is
awesome.
Fantastic.
That's beautiful.
And then next you're going to add in the the vegetable broth. I've actually found mushroom broth. They sell that now. Ooh. So it's some extra flavor.
It'll be extra mushroomy.
Yeah, exactly. So the mushroom broth, and you want this to reduce by half. But given we don't have all that time right now, so you want that to get up to a simmer and then reduce. And then you're going to go in with the cream. So it only takes a tablespoon of cream. I was on the show a few months ago, and I did a cashew cream. So that's a good substitute for if you can't have cream.
Right.
This little amount won't really hurt me, so that's why I'm just going ahead and using regular cream.
Oh, that's right. Sometimes you just got to go for it, eh?
Yeah.
She's supposed to be dairy-free, but every once in a while.
It's fine. It's fine.
We make an exception.
Yeah. So I'll let this thicken up just for a second.
Yeah. Now, in the meantime, do you want to talk a little bit about the pasta?
Oh, yes. So we use pappardelle noodles for this, and these are those really long, thick noodles.
Yes.
I love these. These are my favorite. These ones in particular are artisanal, and they are made with semolina flour. That's what I wanted to say. Because there's 2 kinds. There's also the egg noodles, which are like a lot hardier. I really like those too, but they're quite filling. They're quite filling. So I've actually already cooked the pasta because I wanted this dish to be like done by the end of the segment so that you guys can try it.
Good. Well, how long? Obviously, with the pasta, you always just follow instructions.
Yes.
But is this a pasta that takes a little bit longer?
This one does. It actually takes 13 to 40 minutes. When I read the package, I was like, oh my goodness, I got to start cooking this like back, 13, 14 minutes ago. So so this one takes a little while. Okay, the egg noodles I think take like under 10 minutes, which is great.
Good.
So when this is done, it is done.
Ooh, it's a nice thick noodle.
Yes.
Okay, so we're putting it in.
So we're putting it into the mushroom sauce, and then you're going to add some olive oil.
Nice.
A little bit of olive oil.
The good stuff?
Yep.
Yep.
The best you can find. And then this is some parsley.
Beautiful.
So we'll add that. And now you mix it to coat, just to make sure everything is coated well.
Yeah.
Because now the next process is really what's really important. So to make this creamy, you have to add, so take it off the burner. So the stove is going to start going crazy.
Yeah.
So take it off the burner, and you're going to add some pasta water. And the reason this water is important is because it's salted and it's also starchy because we've just cooked the pasta in it.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you put that, a few tablespoons of that. And this is a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. So
this is what's going to make it like thicken up a little bit?
Exactly. So this process here, taking it off the heat and then adding the pasta water and then adding the Parmesan cheese. And you want this finely grated that you can buy at the store.
Because not big and chunky.
No, and big and chunky won't work. It'll actually just separate, and you won't get like a creamy sauce.
Well, while you're finishing that up, let's bring Renee in here and talk wine.
Great idea.
Come on in, Renee. So you see the elements of the recipe.
I see the elements of the recipe.
What would this pair well with in your celeb wine stash?
I brought it with me.
Okay.
This is the When We Dance Chianti, which we just had.
Yes.
I'm just going to pop this right over here, and I'll grab us a glass. So why this works, I know, we're thinking mushrooms, pappardelle, it's not a red sauce. We might be going with a white. We don't need to do that because we're having a Chianti. Now, remember like maybe about a week or so ago, I said if something is fatty, like with cheese and butter, we need to have something with structure in the wine.
Yes.
So the Chianti has some nice structure, beautiful aromas that are more berry forward instead of the earthiness that's coming from the pasta itself. And the bright acidity goes with the mushrooms as well. So you're not having something that's like overladen on the palate. Now that you've had a bite, go into this. Give it a smell. You'll see nice fruit notes.
Ooh.
And I want you to grab this as well. I'm gonna switch with you.
Okay.
You take this. I'll serve. Smell the fruit notes with the.
That's good. Renee's taking over, and I kind of like it. It's really good.
Can you come over?
Honestly, the pairing works beautifully.
This is really good.
She knows her stuff.
I love this.
What do you think, Jules? Okay, you can't talk and drink at the same time. Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful recipe. Thank you for the beautiful wine. They go amazing together. Catch the recipe on cityline.tv. Thanks to both.